Greetings, Diocese of Olympia, and all those who listen today. I greet you on the day we celebrate the life, ministry, and witness of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I do that during a time in our collective life where the racism he so valiantly struggled against has risen so blatantly and divisively to the surface of our common life. There is some good in that, and that we cannot continue to ignore it. It seems we have taken 2 steps, if not more, backward in this hope. But as Dr. King was always hopeful, I remain so as well. Dr. King once said, "I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word." Unquote. I believe that too, and yet it's very clear the work he so prophetically took up and died for is far from finished. His work finally changed laws, but what has not changed is our hearts. You can't legislate that change. That will only come with difficult work on our part of each and every one of us. We still need to stand up, speak up, and pray for our hearts to change. And while we do, I would quote Dr. King one more time, because this work can become work that only furthers the divisiveness if we're not careful. We can become part of the tit-for-tat world that we so often witness and that gets us nowhere. Dr. King said in his I Have a Dream speech, "But there is something that I must say to my people who stand on the warm threshold which leads us into the palace of justice.
In the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. We must forever conduct our struggle on the high plane of dignity and discipline. We must not allow our creative protests to degenerate into physical violence. Again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force."
It's time for us to regain a notion of that, to use it, and more than that, to live it out. Our St. Mark's Cathedral, your cathedral, recently adopted a statement they intend to live by, which I believe is a step towards soul force. You can read it fully on their website, but I wanted to read some of it to you now. It's called Renewing Our Covenant, a statement of commitment and action. It begins with these words: St. Mark's Cathedral Parish reaffirms its commitment to respect the dignity of every human being, strive for justice and peace among all people, and seek and serve Christ in all persons. We are concerned about the increase in statements and actions in our nation that target particular groups of people based on their skin color, their religious affiliation, their gender or orientation, their disabilities, or their country of birth. These are artificial divisions that we vehemently denounce, and discriminatory and disrespectful. We believe our nation can do better, and we pledge to work toward that better vision here and now. We commit to being a network of activists in God's name, joining others who similarly pledge to actively pursue justice. This statement goes on to spell out 12 specific ways this community intends to do this, and then it ends with these words: The days and weeks and years ahead will surely require much of us. St. Mark's Cathedral will be here to provide sustenance for the journey, resources for learning, safe space for dialogue, and opportunities for prayerful resistance and action. Join us as we engage this work as community in God's name. That is soul force. Dr. King, I believe, would have liked it a lot. We give thanks this day for the life, ministry, witness, and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Blessings to each and every one of you.
We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank